Hey guys, how's it going? Daniel here with Elite GameSpot. Hope everything is going well. Just wanted to hop on real quick. Didn't have time to hop into the studio and do anything fancy smancy, but I just wanted to reply to Danny Phantump's most recent video, which love you, Danny. If you happen to catch this video, absolutely fantastic. If not, no big deal. But for anybody else watching, he hits on some very, very important topics, but I don't think he fully understands exactly the extent of it, especially for the smaller guy. For us, smaller store, we're in, Crestwell, Oregon, population of about like 6,000 people. So very, very small area. And of course we pull in through, the nearby surrounding cities. But I wanted to kind of just share with you what we're dealing with, what we've had happen. Keep in mind, there's 20 different distributors roughly across the United States that you can get Pokemon product from. Obviously, we do other stuff other than Pokemon product. If we relied solely on Pokemon product, that wouldn't be completely great or the best business model for a brick and mortar. So we have other card games and TCGs available, Magic, Dragon Ball, things of that nature, but we also do video games and parties and more like a modern day arcade. So we kind of have all of it rolled into one. But I've kind of shared in past videos that it's pretty hard in general to kind of get product right now. And it has been for the last year and a half. We've been in business for 3 years, been ordering Pokemon for about 2.5 years of that. And we've never really done any of these really huge orders, and not because we haven't wanted to, it's just we literally haven't. We're here on the West Coast, so initially when you start a business, you think for like shipping and time, you want to go with some distributors that are in your local area or, state or two over if you can. And that's kind of where we're at. Obviously, we're in Oregon. I'm not going to point fingers at any of the distributors. Obviously, we still want to keep good relationships with them, regardless of what we think that they're doing is really, really wrong. But there's one here in Oregon in particular that is not great and quite crook-worthy, to be quite frank. Now, we have established relationships with other distributors in the meantime because we feel what they're doing is really, really wrong. But I know this isn't the only distributor doing this as well, in talks with other distributors that we're dealing with now. Problem is everything that we have established is with this first distributor that we set up, and because everything is based upon allocation and order numbers, you can't just switch. I've literally had conversations with other distributors. Hey, if I had $1 million right now, which I don't, but if I had $1 million right now to throw into a Pokemon order, what could I get? And the answer is nothing. They don't care. They don't care how much money that you have. If you're starting up right now, or if you started up a year and a half ago, kind of forget about it. Even with us, with a 2.5-year order history, we are only getting a few boxes, maybe a case of Pokemon, and then through like the Pokemon craze, we've been lucky enough to pick up a couple of cases of stuff here and there, but nothing on the numbers that Danny's talking about. But just to give you an idea and to kind of let you know what these distributors are doing. And I know we're not the only LGS dealing with this on the West Coast, and there's probably other ones that are ordering from these distributors as well that are having just as bad of issues. Now, where our numbers are at for the year with this distributor, it's not a ton of money. We're a small store. We're sitting at about $40,000, a little over $40,000 in orders with them. And the vast majority of that being Pokemon. In comparing to these other distributors that I've established new relationships with, with where our dollar amount is, we should be able to order 3 to 4 times the amount that we're actually getting from our primary distributor. Problem is, it's not just easy to switch over. I can't just show invoices. Hey, this is what we spend with this distributor. Can we switch this over to you, Southern Hobby, as an example? As much as would be great and great for them and switch that money over, they just can't do it because they have their system as well. You have to build up your allocations like starting from scratch. So I just can't switch the spend that I have with this distributor and just bring it over here. I wish it was that simple. I would have done it in a heartbeat. But our original, as an example, the Dragon Bolt boxes that you see back there, those things, those I think were originally like either $27.99 or $29.99, somewhere in there. I'm going off the off of memory here, on the wholesale number. Now, I believe we got 6 of those that were our allocation. And then what happened is magically, it was either a week or two later, this, order 2 option came up where they're like, hey, we got a few more of these in stock. you can order a limit of 2, but your new price is $59.99, because I think they were going $69.99 at the time. So the distributors you're still making the same $10 you would have otherwise. We're just charging you more. So that was really crappy. And then a couple weeks later, you get a very similar email, but now market price has gone down. I think it was $59.99. And so the order 3 option for us on the Shining Fates, Crobat, Dragapult boxes was now $49.99. So we have price points all over the place. So what has kind of happened, especially with like celebrations that just came out, like the following week of the initial order, we got our first bulk at Wholesale, which is fine. But then immediately after that, like, oh, you can buy these Elite Trainer boxes, or Celebrations reorder, which is down here, $59.99. Okay, as you can see here, we bought 4, but in a couple other orders, we bought like another 3 or 4 a couple different times. So what ends up happening is you end up having product on your shelf that cost you $60 that you're making $10 on, but now it's gone down. But this should not be my wholesale cost. This is absolutely ridiculous. Those of you who have been in our store absolutely know we try to keep things, $5 to $10 under market when we can. If we were able to order a plethora of whatever it is that we wanted, we would be at retail for everything. And those of you who have been in our store, I know you know that. I know you know our hearts as owners, and those of you who have taken time to get to know us, here locally in Crestwell, Cottage Grove area, you fully get where we come from and where we're at. But people from the outside, especially when we get people from the outskirts that really don't know or don't have the same relationship with us, they might not understand and truly get it. All right, going into our Evolving Skies, our first order, so our allocated. So we got a case of booster boxes at $85.95. Just so you know, these used to be 80, and then like 81, then 82, then 85, and then where they're at today, I just ordered some yesterday actually, $99.95. So that is our wholesale cost. So before, when boxes, year and a half ago, were selling for $100 because people were able to pick them up for 80 or 85, that's no longer the case. And so I know in Danny's video, he's talking and sharing numbers. Obviously, they're doing bigger quantities. I've even asked our new distributors, if we place a larger order, can we get these prices down? No one is negotiating with us. I can't imagine someone starting up an online business or website or running something out of their garage, yet alone starting a brick and mortar, is going to be able to negotiate beyond these price points. Now, our other 2 distributors are still in that lower to mid $80, I think like $83, $84 for a booster box versus this distributor. Everything that just came out and re-released, as far the Evolving Skies, the Chilling Rain, the Battle Styles, they're $100 on all of that stuff. The only one that's a little higher is Darkness Ablaze, and they're charging $120 a box for that right now, wholesale. So all of that just to contribute to Danny Phantump's video. Most everything that he said was right on par. It's just for the little guy, for the smaller guy, the one that we're not ordering 20, 50, 100 cases, things like that. Just things that we're adding on to our existing business and our existing store. You can kind of forget about it. Or if you're starting new, I know he encourages a lot of people to get up, start your business, so on and so forth. And I'm all for that. I'm all for people getting a leg up, getting ahead, doing something, especially on their own, business-wise, whether it be Pokemon or something else. But I just don't see it being that feasible. Or if you tried to start up something with the last year and a half. In fact, if you did start something up within the last year and a half, I would love to hear how you're doing and stories on that. Because we're a brick and mortar. We are a Pokemon play store where we can do events, we can do tournaments. And this is what we are seeing, this being our main distributor. And then we have 2 other ones that we've been working with closely over the last few months. But it's going to take another year essentially to build up those accounts to where we can actually order the numbers that we need to and see prices go down a bit. Anyway, guys, I hope that makes sense and you kind of see what I'm trying to say and tack on to what Danny was saying. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Appreciate you. Talk to you later. Bye.